mat 3 also. Now, Seth Maitland just lost that one to Scooble, but Caden Hewlett is fighting with Carter Isley, a returning finalist. 2-0 Isley coming towards the end of the second period.
At Unity Point Health, we do things a little differently. Our doctors put together a team around what each patient needs. It might be a dietitian, a specialist, a nurse in your home, or even community services. Coordinated care is about considering all the options and choosing a treatment plan with one thing in mind: you. That's coordinated care. That's Unity Point Health. The point of unity is you.
What is good? It's a place where you'll always get more, like hot and crispy chicken, fresh handmade pizza, and our signature buffet your way. Where if you don't see your favorite pizza, just ask and we'll make it for you. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. When it comes to great food and legendary value, Pizza Ranch is always good. Do you crave fresh handmade pizza or the country's best chicken? Call Pizza Ranch for convenient carryout or fast delivery. Visit us online at pizzaranch.com for details.
Wells Fargo Arena, the semifinals. We're in the final 4 matches of 2A right now here on the Fairway Championship Network. Been bringing it to you from the Northwest Bank Sports Desk. Got the 3As and the 2As almost out of the way, guys.
Take a look at these 2A updated scores, guys. Union is pulled out in front, 76-71 over Creston.
Creston's made some noise here, haven't they?
Mediapolis has slid down to 3rd with 65, and Crestwood 58.5 right there in 4th place. Clear Lake hanging around 2 with 50, followed by Osage. Now we've got the heavyweights and the 220s going at it.
Yeah, if you want to.
We still have Isley and Hewlett at 220 on mat 3. Sunken and Vanderstreek on mat 4. But now on mat 5, you're looking at Mario Pena at heavyweight. And he's
taking on the Wrangell.
Taking on Gabriel Wrangell of Davenport Assumption. Then you have Logan Linderbaum of Solon taking on Alex Silberstein of Ballard. Now Linderbaum's #1 from Solon, but he's lost in the sectionals and the districts to Mario Pena.
Pena has his number.
His first 2 losses of the year, back-to-back. So he's looking to rebound from that. He's got this far to the semifinal. Silberstein, in the tough 3A loaded Ed Winger Classic, was your champion at heavyweight. Now, Jake Martin did not wrestle for Southeast Polk, I should mention that. But Silberstein came out on top in that big tournament.
So we might see some fireworks on 6, are you thinking, Bob?
Silberstein's good. I don't know how good, but Linderbaum's got something to prove. Those 2 losses to Pena probably scorching him. Look at Mario go on mat 5. That's a big takedown.
Well, he shot that takedown from his knees. You know, and he just drove, excuse me, he just drove through him, right through them with his knees. You don't see that very often from a heavyweight where you can move that fast.
Looks like a big win, too, for Preston again on mat 3. With Hewlett winning.
Now I missed that one.
I did too.
I thought Isley beat Caden Hewlett, but you're saying that was Creston and Hewlett winning?
Maybe check that.
Nope, they took my. Well, the results will come by here in a second. Don't scare me like that, Dave. I'm not sure. It was Hewlett and Isley on mat 3.
Well, we were watching these heavyweights down here, and
we were watching Pena.
Wow, look at that.
Pena was a runner-up at heavyweight last year.
1-point escape right there for Wrangell of Assumption.
Wrangell up from 182 last year all the way to heavyweight this year. Now, that doesn't sound like a big deal, but that's a long ways. I mean, 82 is not 285.
It looks like he's giving up a little bit of size to Pena.
Yeah, Pena's a big boy.
But sometimes, though, at this heavyweight division, that can work out to your benefit.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a little bit lighter, move a little bit quicker.
We've seen some nice lean heavyweights that were pretty darn good. We'll see a good one coming up in 1A later on tonight. 1 of 2 for Woodbury Central. Levi Paulson getting to wrestle in the traditional tournament. Landon wrestled in the duels.
Interesting story there that we can talk about once we get there in 1A between
Amazing
those brothers.
Kids. Linderbaum and Silberstein here on mat 6. Ballard, Silberstein up 1-0 so far. Pena up 2-1 on Wrangell. And Sunken leads 3-1 over Travis Vanderstreek of their Central Line George Little Rock. Third period now on mat 5 between Pena and Rangel. And actually, this mat 4 started before both of these, and it's still lingering. 3-1.
Oh, that's about over now.
Oh,
Looking at mat 4.
that's Sunken.
Sunken from Hampton Dumont.
Sunk in the hold there. Vanderstreek pinned. Wow. So then there were two matches left in the 2A semifinals. Both third period.
1-point matches. Across the way over there, it's Rangel leading Pena by a score of 3-2. Pena's got the down position.
Kind of odd getting this far, Mark, and not talking about Davenport Assumption at all in a 2A tournament.
That doesn't happen very often. Pete Bush over there and company, they've done a great job. Now it's an interesting situation here. Rangel on top, getting kind of high. Pena trying to throw him off. Rangel really getting too high, but stalemate there.
You know, with Pena, I don't know. If you keep getting too high like that, you're going to find yourself on your back pretty shortly. And you don't get up from that.
Pena's trying to catch that leg.
Look at the size difference.
You don't see very many heavyweights try throwing legs.
No.
But now Pena caught his leg as it came in. He's got a 1-point escape for sure and almost a reversal here.
Holy goodness.
Rangel knows he can't get off that reversal. He has to only a 1 escape. And there it is. That was smart wrestling right there by Rangel of Assumption, not giving up that reversal, really fighting hard when Pena had his leg up in the air.
Wow.
That keeps the score tied rather than being down by 1. So it comes down to this. Last 40 seconds on their feet, tied up 3-3.
Pena might not like this style Rangel is showing him here. As I mentioned, he come up from 182 from last year. He's not a typical heavyweight.
Linderbaum down here on mat number 6 out of Solon, having a really hard time getting out from Silverstein of Ballard. Been getting rid this whole third period, and now he's got Silverstein has a cradle locked up and hasn't taken over. This
nowhere to go.
This isn't good for Linderbaum of Solon. Silverstein of Ballard definitely in the driver's seat here. I think he's pretty much got this one won. I think you're going to see a fall. That's awfully tight. He's got the leg hooked.
Wow.
I'm not sure what.
I don't know what he doesn't have.
I don't know either. That far shoulder that we can't see obviously has to be up, or the referee would call it.
Yeah, they're both right there. They're not sweating
good view, but regardless, it's going to be a Silverstein of Ballard with the cradle in the top position in the third period here to win this match for him. Linderbaum just could not get out from underneath. Got his head and knee together.
What a move by Silverstein. That's right on the edge of the mat, and that was it. Shutout victory for Silverstein. Congratulatory hug. You know what, Mark? So many times throughout the tournament, I've seen so many times where I know it's an emotional deal when you lose. So many times the loser will not stay there, shake the hand. You got to go chase them down. It's a tough loss, I know. But it's just all about sportsmanship. It's really tough to see those kids run off without.
You see it both ways. Sometimes I'm watching these guys down here that win, and they don't want to stay there and get their hand raised either.
Yeah, they have to bring them back and yank their arm up.
They're so excited, or they're just adrenaline's going so much they just want to get the heck out of there. They don't even care about getting their hand raised. You know, there's a lot.
Maybe they should just let them run back to their coaches and the other guy walk off and then shake hands a little later or something.
I don't know. Just keep it the way it is, but
you know we're getting extended.
Let them do their thing, though. I mean, it's an emotional sport, and it's seen from a lot of different ways and manners, and you know, it's hard to control your emotions when there's so much that goes into,
when you've put everything into that moment.
This sport, I mean, so many blood, sweat, and tears, and
If it doesn't go
and
your
it's
way.
real. I mean, this isn't fake stuff. This stuff is real. That's real blood, and those are real tears. And you know, it's not fun to be on the losing end, and it's the most gratifying feeling being on the winning end. So I mean, it's the most exciting thing that you can think of. So there's so many highs and lows. I mean, here we are tied up 3-3 right now in the last match here in the Class 2A heavyweight between Rangel and Pena. It comes down to this: one of these guys is going to be sky high, and one of them is going to be as low here in about within a minute.
Yeah, you get this far.
And not only them, but their families, their fans, their coaches, their teammates, the town. I mean, it's
gut-wrenching.
You know, that's the great thing in my mind about the sport of wrestling. There's only one winner. You know, there's one winner, and unfortunately, you don't want to call him a loser because, you know, both guys are going out and fighting hard. So it's really hard to call. If you go out and give everything you got, in my opinion, you're not really a loser. You came up on the short end of the stick, you know, for that particular situation. But if you go out and do the best you can do, then that's the best you can do.
Still trying to figure out who's going to advance here at 285 and 2A, Pena and Rangel. Of course, the last match always has to be one that goes extra time, too.
Well, I hesitate to say anything about that handshake moment, but I'm glad I did because you brought to light the main points about why this happens in the first place. That, you know, not to beat a dead horse, but it's just that's a tough moment for these kids, you know. But
1 point escape there for Pena. Now it's going to be Rangel's choice of assumption to go down.
This got to be a tough task getting away from Pena. But Rangel's crafty. We've seen his moves.
Well, that's not a very good start for him. Head right to the mat.
That's definitely not what you want to see, is the head down. But
oh, look at that. It kicks out, though. Pena comes over the top with a 1 point escape.
He had some left in the tank.
You don't know Rangel, you know? Boy, don't question Rangel. When that head went down, I thought this is over.
You know, that's kind of how he got out earlier, too, in regulation when he was on the bottom, as he had the leg. Pena had his leg up in the air. He turned and kicked away and did like a somersault. And, you know, these guys these days, even athletes, high school level, collegiate level, these big guys, they're not afraid to try doing somersaults and doing some acrobatics to be able to get out.
So amazing.
To have that in the tank, too, at this point.
Yeah, that's not easy to beat either. I mean, at this point in time, both guys are just dead tired, and it's just basically a matter of will and who wants it most. There's Angle trying to get a little bit of an advantage on Pena, the way that he was starting kind of over the arm right there, but the referee caught that and cautions Rangel. So Pena scored first, so he gets his choice, and he chooses down. He gets out here, he wins. Rangel hanging on right now for dear life. This is the second overtime that we've seen come down to this in 2A. It was on the same mat, and it is Pena. He will win.
Well, he's got a little energy left. Look at that celebration. I hope we followed him. We did. We followed him off the mat. That was sheer excitement.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the semifinal action for 2A, and we'll be back with more on the Fairway Foods Championship